Okay. I really hope that this works this time. Third time's the charm, right? Um, I've been trying to do some streaming here, and I had many problems with this chapter one, so I actually did this series a little while ago. Not too long ago. It's like a month ago. But it turns out that the stream like just died halfway through it, and it was all bleh. So I was like, people deserve to see a good like playthrough without me having to restart the stream and being like, hey, I'm back here. So I decided to redo this, and then I redid it, and then my microphone audio was pretty bad. So let's try this again. Oh, there's actually music, even if it's streaming mode on. That's another thing. So I discovered too late when I did my previous run through of this that some of my audio gets muted because there's a lot of like copyrighted music in this game. So now I have this streaming mode on that's supposed to use music that you can stream without having any problems. So we're gonna do that and see how it goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start a new game. We don't got this. That's the level of difficulty that I like. And then I'm gonna do this chapter for like the 1000th time. I already like have like a whole script for it because I've said this thing so many times. So here it goes again. I mean, it's not like tons of people have watched, so but we'll do it. Thanks for watching. You that are watching right now, you are my favorite person in this world. And by you that are watching right now, I mean whoever you are on YouTube watching this at any moment, at any time. You're my favorite person. So we get started with some music because this song is not copyright infringement, I guess. It's a song that was made specifically for the game. In fact, we have a whole bunch of songs that were made specifically for the game by this band called Star-Lord. And so this is where Peter Quill's name comes from this time. He takes the name Star-Lord from his favorite Earth band from the 80s. This is different than the MCU. I think in the MCU it was the mom that called him My Little Star-Lord. And then I believe, I'm not entirely sure because I'm not too well versed in comics, but I believe that in some of the cartoons and then in some of the comics, his name is actually a title of Spartoy princess. So a prince in the Spartoy Empire is called a Star-Lord. But here is the band. And this is really neat. We have this little tape deck right here. Hello, watcher. Feel free to comment, say anything. Hopefully my microphone's working out this time. Let's keep talking about what we see here. So it's pretty cool because you actually have the lyrics there. Go, go, go. We'll make her stand. Don't give a damn. So you can sing along. This is our time to go from zero to hero. Anyways, so pretty cool. We have all the songs. These are also like on streaming services and some streaming services for music. You can find this music, and it's kind of cool. I've sometimes played it just for entertainment. We turn it over and we see there's Steve S. rhythm, guitar, and vocals. So I think that's actually the guy who wrote this music or who helped produce or whatever this music. Along with these guys, and he recorded the vocals as a demo. This is something I read. I don't know if it's entirely true. We never know if what you see on the internet is entirely true. But apparently he recorded the vocals as a demo and showed it to whoever makes decisions, and they were like, and he was like, this is kind of how I imagine it sounding when we hire whoever guy's gonna sing this. And then they were like, oh, like, this is actually perfect. We'll just keep you in the vocals. And he was like, okay, sure. So he stayed in the vocals. It's a pretty cool thing right there. And then we have this little magazine that we have to look at in order to progress. in the story. So I always think it's pretty cool when in TV shows or wherever they put details into what they're doing. So it's really amazing that you have actually the articles written here, and I wish I had read them beforehand so I could give you like a summary of what they say. I haven't, and I'm pretty sure that whoever took the time to put this much detail in this is offended that I haven't read it. But eventually when I'm not streaming this, I promise I'll take the time to read this. So there we go, that's that. Oh, my DualSense lost connection. I've been having a lot of problems with my DualSense. Oh crud. I've been trying to make this stream perfect, and it's just not wanting to be perfect. But I don't think I can do this like 1,000 more times. So we'll just have to deal with this imperfection. Okay. There we go.
Birthday boy? No wonder you couldn't hear me. Is that your new tape? Star-Lord. Who's the guy with the scary eyes?
He doesn't have a name. He's one of the space riders. And he's not scary. He's cool.
Your space rider certainly got his hands full. Pretty far out!
Nobody says far out anymore, Ma. Ma!
What?
Nobody says far out anymore.
Oh, your mom does. Maybe we should see if we could get tickets to see them live.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Your mom may not look it, but I was quite the rocker when I was your age. Your father and I would just lie on the hood of my old Chevy and listen to Black Sabbath and...
You like Black Sabbath?
Like I said, your mom's cooler than you think.
That's like Mean Girls.
Oh, we'd look up at the stars.
I'm not a regular mom, I'm a
Tell me all
cool
about the
mom.
places you'd been.
Except she doesn't have the boob job.
Mom?
How about some cake, huh?
Yeah, I'll be up in a sec.
You said that 15 minutes ago.
And then her eyes are so
If you
red.
don't hurry, I'm gonna
She's
eat
on
that whole cake
drugs.
myself.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I think
Yes,
she
I
was
would.
crying.
You wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Thinking
Hey, watch the
about
hair.
her Peter's
We've talked
dad.
about you leaving your toys on the floor.
It's not a toy. It's an action figure.
More like an action
Okay, so this is a question that I asked before. Dolls and action figures
even-
debate starts now.
Never
Are they the
mind.
same thing? Are they different? I know some people say that action figures
Where does
are
time
dolls
go?
but marketed towards
I'll be up in a
men.
sec. I promise.
So in that sense, I guess all action figures are dolls, but not all dolls are action figures. But there's so many differing opinions. So I'm really interested in knowing what you think. So just go to the comments and tell me, dolls and action figures, same thing or different? So let's get going. I'm not gonna stop at all of these things because there's just way too many, but there's all these things that you can explore, and you'll get like different dialogues you'll get a lot of dialogues from Peter, depending on what you look. So I find this interesting that they actually have Tron because I guess it's Disney, so they can actually use it here.
I'd love to be able to ride one of those light cycles.
You can at Disney World, Tron Light Cycle Run. It's pretty awesome. I guess it doesn't exist yet where you are, Peter Quill, but it will in like 40 years. Hopefully your bag will still be good. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can see. A lot of fun 80s throwbacks, like that device right there.
Janie's high score.
That
This is embarrassing.
you might not have guessed is a video game console if you were born after the 2000s. There's all this technology that you may not recognize. For example, that thing is called a guitar. Just kidding, I know you know what a guitar is. But yeah, there's all these cool references to 80s pop culture, but it's just too much to look at. So we'll just keep going with the game. And he walks into darkness.
Peter Quill.
And there's Drax. He's my favorite.
Holy crap, Drax. You gotta stop doing this, man. It's weird.
We are approaching the quarantine zone.
How long was I out for?
15,338 ticks.
That's very specific.
The betrayer is ready to begin her mission. She has requested your presence in the cockpit.
Gamora's on our side, Drax.
She is the spawn of my sworn enemy, a murderess and a traitor. I do not trust her.
We'll try.
That
We're
is the
supposed to
blandest
be a
line
team.
that
I
Drax
make no
delivers.
promises.
She's the spawn of blah blah blah, murderers and a traitor. It just, that's the one line that I think, seriously, the director didn't ask him to reread that line. For the rest of the thing, his acting is just great. And there we have Star-Lord. He makes faces, little wings, trying to be flirty at the viewer. But his face is so deformed. I think it's so weird. Like, his facial expressions just get his face way too deformed. I feel like they tried really hard to like making handsome, but he's alright. Except later on, when there's this like steamy shower scene. Get what I see there, steamy. Then, Star-Lord. Okay. You can tell I've made these jokes before. This is the third time I tried these, and I have so many good things that when they came out naturally, they sounded great. But I want you to know them, so I'm trying to say them and deliver my lines naturally. But I think they come as bad as that one, murderous, traitor, whatever, than Drax did. He does a better job. He's an actual voice actor.
Oh,
I'm an
it
actor
ain't
of
just
sorts.
a
I've been in
junkyard.
some stuff.
The quarantine zone's the biggest pile of galactic war debris in the known universe.
Oh, good thing I'm
Just
redoing this
think
because
of all the tech
actually
we can
in the
find.
previous run through I forgot to show people
Hey, it's only
something.
illegal if Nova Corps finds us inside.
So this
which
game,
they won't.
it's so rich in dialogue. There's so much dialogue that you can hear, so you can just chill around and just stop and listen to all this great dialogue. If you play this game, it would take me way too long to listen to all of their dialogue. Unless somebody wanted to, then I could stop. But. So we went out of the room. We are going into Rocket's room. This is Rocket's room. And first thing we're going to do is look at that thing on the ground. This is the first archive that we are going to find in this game, Team Costumes. And this is actually a reference to something that happens at the end of the game, almost at the very end of the game. So make sure you grab that. If your goal is to have 100% completion or get trophies, there's a trophy that you get for getting items for the compendium. I can't remember the percentage. It's like 60% or 80%. But yeah, so you have to pick these items if you're trying to go for 100% completion or platinum trophy on PS5, or I think they're the same in Xbox. Yeah. Otherwise, if you don't care about trophies or 100% completion, all these archives and little collectibles, they're completely useless for the game. They're just this little fun thing that you can get if you press your button, the touchpad. You can get to this menu, and then you go with your R1, L1 buttons, and you get to this Galactic Compendium. And so if you want to fill this out, then yeah, you have to pick these things up. Otherwise, if you don't pick them up, you can still complete the game, just not 100%. So we have archives, and then there's our first archive that we picked up. Characters, they pretty much get filled out on their own. factions that get filled out on their own. The only collectibles that you really have to care about picking are archives and items. Those you have to look for them. And then characters, I believe characters and creatures. There's a couple of characters and creatures that you'll miss on your first run through because depending on some choices, you meet certain characters that you don't meet otherwise. So it's impossible to get all the characters, all the creatures, and all the items in your first run through. But it is possible to get enough of this compendium to get your compendium trophy for your console.
Just pocketing a little. Ah, there you are, Quill. Tell Groot to stop worrying about getting arrested. I'm not overconfident. I'm just the right level of confident.
So I like spooking him. No, I'll reassure Groot. He's nice. Rocket's too rude.
Arrested? For what?
Our ship just accidentally slipped into the quarantine zone.
Oops, our navigation malfunctioned. Oops.
How would we accidentally cross into the Nova Corps force field?
Details.
Peter Quill,
Okay.
we must soon discuss the status of my official team membership badge.
Drax, once again, there is no official
So yeah, there's all this dialogue that you can listen to,
Obviously, you would not have
or you
one
can just
assassin.
focus with the story.
Small one indicated the procedure
Also,
was
there's a really cool
well-guarded
thing here. There's a
Rocket,
oh, you can
stop
watch
messing with him.
out here on this. Forgive me if there's any sudden camera movements. I have drift on my right trigger that I've been intending to fix and I haven't.
Quiet reminds me of the
I'm using my
legendary
modded controls and sometimes they don't turn out the best. I'm still learning.
It is said that Lady
I do have a new control, but I just don't want to use it yet. Anyways, you can look out these windows,
She exhaled and the wind
and then you're supposed to be able to see interesting things, like some guy you released from prison later on that I've never seen.
Make no sense. He wouldn't be telling
And then the other cool thing that you have here is you have this little console here that's like hooked up to a old radio. So normally this is something you're gonna see for the first time with me. Normally you open this and it has this list of songs, like popular songs, just kind of like in the movies. It has this really amazing soundtrack, like Never Gonna Give You Up and I Need a Hero, all these good songs. Right now I'm doing streaming mode, which blocks all this third-party music. So I wonder what we will have here. My best guess is that we will only have music by the Star-Lord band.
Nice.
I guess we do have some music. Maybe these guys don't care so much about their music being featured. Or maybe I just can't play it. Yeah, because it has that little icon. Maybe it just can't play it. Maybe if I hit on it, it's going to be like, you cannot play it. Or I can. Maybe. Let's try it.
Morgoth be with you.
Hey, Morgoth yourself.
Yeah, so it doesn't play anything.
Morgoth is a politeness thing. Catathian customs don't make no
That's
sense.
kind of lame if you're playing on streaming mode. But if you're not streaming, then you don't have that problem. I love what makes this game awesome is the music.
Gamora?
Up here, Peter.
Hey, that's my chair.
And it's kind of dumb because
weren't you
when
in
you
it?
choose the streaming mode on, it says that the songs will be
strategizing.
replaced with content that
thing to
doesn't
get
have
into the
the,
zone.
like
We still
an
gotta
issue.
catch that
But no,
monster.
they just get rid of the music altogether.
So did I miss anything?
Other than a ton of suspicious glares from Drax, not really. Now, if you're done strategizing, feel free to grab your seat. We're almost ready to go.
So this game is where I discovered that the DualSense has the strong vibrations on the left and the weak vibrations on the right. And this happens when I sit down. There's this strong vibration on the left, and then for the rest of the game, like it vibrates a lot on the left and not on the right. And at the beginning, I was freaking out. I was like, "Great, I messed up my DualSense trying to do stuff to it." and now one of the vibrators doesn't work. But it turns out that, I guess I read on the internet it's supposed to be that way. At some point I was also like, or maybe it's me, maybe I don't have any feeling in my right hand, and I was ready to go to run to the doctor and be like, doctor, I no longer have feeling on my right hand. But then the internet told me, no, like, dual sense controllers sometimes do that because that's the way the dual shock worked, and blah 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 blah. And we all know we can believe everything the internet says, right? So I'm glad it's not me having lost feeling on my right hand.
Job on Orga ever pan out?
Okay, here we go.
But I do hate feeling only vibrations
Rocket
on my
crew,
left
Drax,
side.
get in here. We're going in.
We still have a few ticks before the next time window, actually.
The next one.
Nova Corps security grid resets every rotation. We want to be in and out before our code expires, or we'll get stranded.
And if we wait for the next reset, we'll get a full rotation to do this. Nice.
Oh, why's the Novanet still up? Thought we were going in.
Well, it appears the assassin's contacts are as untrustworthy as the betrayer herself.
Oh, please don't tell me Gamora's backdoor codes are bust. We nearly went broke getting them.
Relax, Rocket. We still got a few ticks before the next time window.
The network just reset. You can enter the sequence, Peter. 0451.
That's it? 4 digits?
Suspicious. These security measures are too simplistic for Nova Corps.
It's not that simple. The code only works on this date for this ship.
Oh, I get it. Gamora's codes are more like an encryption key of some sort, designed to integrate temporal coordinates and our ship's hard-coded serial into a local number generator.
Info gets in, digits come out.
4 of them.
Yeah.
Are you having
Oh,
difficulties, Peter?
I got distracted. I am having difficulties. I forgot the code. Oh, there you go. 0, 4, 5, 2, 7, 8, 9. You couldn't get me, Rockhead. I got it right. Take that, Rocket. I find Rocket. I love Rocket in most Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. I find him very annoying and upsetting in this one.
And we're in.
Incredible.
I didn't realize there was so much stuff left after the war.
Restraint wasn't very popular in the Shatari army, especially with Thanos in charge.
Yeah, it's probably all harmless now. I mean, Nova Corps had 12 years to get rid of the heavy-duty explosives, right?
That's why I like you, Quill. You're so pure. Oh, the wonderful and terrible things I could do with all this tech.
Stay focused, Rodent. We did not come here to scavenge.
Why not? The Milano's weapon systems could use an overhaul. Plus, there's good money in it.
Vibration only on the left.
Is far more valuable to the
I
monster
guess it's
queen
kind of
set
coming
off
from the
than
left,
any
so it makes sense, but
salvage.
for the most of this game I only feel vibrations on the left.
Place is really shifty.
And I still worries me,
I'm not
but
seeing a monster.
I'm gonna believe the
That big
internet.
cylinder up ahead looks like
It's,
a mining
it's
ship
just how the
Peter's
dual sense
friend
works.
said you
Strong
were for.
vibration on the left, soft vibration on the right.
For a night? And you'll see the monster soon as we place Rocket's monster summoning thingies.
Flark, yeah. Groot, Quill, suit up. Team Rocket's up first.
I still do not understand why I must remain on board with the assassin.
Oh, because you're part of Green Team.
You assigned me to the team before you named it. My skin is not green. It's teal.
Teal. Listen,
That's
if
the
we wanna
same
trick the
thing
monster into going inside
I said
that
when
mining
I
rig, we need to place thumpers
went to
on both
college in the
sides.
US
Two
and people were
sides,
talking
two
about
teams.
these colors. I'm
And
like,
2
those are
clips
not
to the
colors.
drop
There's
side.
only like blue, green,
Ground's too
pink,
unstable
red,
to land a
yellow,
ship, you'll
orange,
need to
and that's
jump.
it. I mean, I'm sure there's more.
That's our cue. Let's go, Groot.
But there's like teal and crimson. And I'm like, really? There's that many colors?
Once the thumpers are placed, we'll meet in the middle, and we'll capture the monster. Together.
Very well.
And here we go.
Thumper 1, done.
Meet you at the rendezvous point.
The Gamora.
Okay.
Take care of my baby.
So
It's a
these
ship
are
leader, not a
components,
child.
and this is the thing that
Can you imagine?
the one thing that you do want to collect for sure, because this is what will help you get upgrades to your gear and abilities.
You guys sure you don't need help?
And then these brittle things you can just shoot, and sometimes you'll find stuff underneath them.
Not a better shot than me.
And sometimes there's nothing in there. Oh crap! I put my visor on. So we're gonna grab some components because you're gonna need these.
Yeah, I think so. This big resin stuff's definitely strong enough to hold this place together.
Oh yeah.
And then we're
Definitely,
gonna. Oh,
probably
see, there's
strong
another. But there was nothing there. And then we have this.
You find something we could sell?
Another
Just
archive.
some old correspondence. You know how I like to brush up on galactic war history.
No. Don't think I've ever seen you read anything without pictures.
Okay.
I
And then
read
we can
plenty
keep going.
of non-picture stuff.
No components there.
Go off.
Just making sure my guns work.
I really love the dialogue in this game. It's really rich in dialogue. I feel like this is one of those games that's mostly a graphic novel, like choose your own story type of graphic novel, but it does have some combat and RPG-ish sort of
Weird seeing it all
elements.
clustered together like this. Bits and pieces of a war that spanned the entire galaxy, held together by pink goo.
Ebrium-based nanoresin.
Whatever. I'm just saying, it's a lot to take in.
Oh, look! Yellow and blue. Looks like an old Nova Corps frigate. Nice!
Come on, dude. People probably died on that ship.
Killjoy, why do you even bring us here if the place is so sacred? I can name at least a dozen planets with monsters on them, so why
Bill,
here?
Don't know if you
Reputation.
noticed, Rocket, but people aren't exactly falling over themselves to hire us.
Oh, I have noticed.
If this job pans out, sure we'll get money, but also a rich new client. We need to impress Lady Hellbender with a monster she's interested in, not just any old critter.
Which is why we should have gone after Fin Fang Foom.
You know, I like this. This is fun. The three of us, hanging out, just like when we started this gig, before you-know-who joined us. I do not hate everybody. I tolerate Quill. Quill's a swell guy.
I hope you get that promotion, Rocket.
Are you calling me a bootlicker? I've seen you flatter your way out of Creek
Oh, I
custody.
didn't get
She
that
is winking.
choice too fast. Oh, he does make a comment. If I go here, will he make it?
It is
Even though he
strange.
left.
I have not encountered any corpses in the wreckage.
Probably got disintegrated when the ships went kaboom. Or the nanoresin absorbed them. Could explain its propagation. Or the closed atmosphere accelerates decomp, and any body is just dust by now.
I will require a vigorous scrubbing when this mission is complete.
I feel like there was an update that lowered the volume of the DualSense speaker.
Whoa! Pretty sure that way's a dead end.
You sure?
Ah, there we go. Path's this way. Come on.
How can you even tell?
Just trust me, all right? Hey, group, you think we could find pieces of the Trion Shard in here? You never heard of the Trion Shard? Pyramid of pure evil that corrupts everything it comes in contact with. Making things up. Name one time I ever made something up. You happy, Quill? You found the thing. I told you was there, but you didn't listen.
I know.
That's it. Walk of shame.
Star-Lord's like, ah, Rocket, you don't even know what the Walk of Shame is. Okay, so we go down here, and we find this outfit.
Peter Quill. Insubordination of the assassin has become insufferable.
I'm doing exactly what we planned to do.
She is also quite contrarian.
We talked about this on the Milano, Drax. Try harder.
I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just trying to... Oh, that's right. There's another archive here. So we'll move on.
Just imagine what kind of blasters the Jadari had to use to wreck some of these frigates.
You done gloating?
Oh, I am never
Okay.
done bloated.
So there's two paths that you can take. You can go straight there and you'll drop. And that's actually the best path because you'll find some components there. Or you can go down this light thingy with Rocket and Groot. You can actually do both. So I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna drop in here because dialogue is funny.
I'm okay.
And there's our
Didn't
components.
scare you, did I?
No.
Aw. You were worried. That's cute.
And so if you wanted to go down that initial slide, you would just come here. Oh, there's components here actually.
Pink substance made of?
You mean the Ebrium-based nano-resin cluster foe?
Never trust something with that many dashes in its name.
Is it caustic?
Not
Never.
if it stays outside you. Just don't eat any, or get any in your eyes.
So that's our path forward.
All good, no worries. But watch your step, guys. This junk isn't as stable as we think.
But if you wanted to,
That is one big mushroom.
if you wanted
Fungus,
to
bacteria, mold, space skunk. You know, call it
go
what
the
you
other
want,
way,
it's
then you
still in
just
the
come
way.
back here. I mean, it doesn't really. There's
Gotta
no
see if
really
you
a
can
good
nearly
reason
get
to
killed
go
by
up again.
another giant sheet of metal.
Don't have to
It's
wait
nice
for
to
me
know
if
you
you're in such a
can,
rush,
I
Rocket.
guess.
Of course we're waiting for it. You know how much work I put into those thumpers?
So that's where we fell, and this is the little slide that you can. Whee! So yeah, now that that's out of the way, let's see here. So after you break this material, you're gonna start a contest with Rocket. Rocket cheats a lot, so you actually have to try really, really hard if you want to win this contest. Winning the contest has two. Winning or losing the contest has two impacts for the game. One of them is there's a certain situation that happens where actually winning the contest does not have an effect for the game. It's only if you won the trophy. I mean, the dialogue will change, whoever will brag, but there's a trophy for winning the contest. So if you win the contest, you'll get that. But also the very last this contest, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to go through and show you.
That brittle stuff.
So we make that brittle stuff. Take that, and then we'll listen to.
I hate these ship-eating parasites. Flarkas would chew right through the Milano in
So
2
those
cycles.
things right there. The very last one before the contest, what will affect some of the in-game dialogue later on in the game, is whoever shoots the very last one. I usually let Rocket shoot it because he'll get blamed for, well, you can blame him for something if he's the one who shoots the very last one. And I'll show you when we get there. But the contest starts
Looks
when
like
you
they've
shoot this
gotten
first
nice
one.
and fat, dining undisturbed.
Gross.
Nice splatter. Hey, 50 units says I can clear more of these suckers than you.
As if. Whoa, what the? Rocket, did you do that?
The scoreboard? You like it? Hacked it into your visor cover last time you took a snooze.
You hacked into my stuff?
Considering how many times
And then
I
there's
fixed
another
the Flarkin thing,
archive
it might
here.
as well be my stuff. Optimal thumper placing distance should be just up ahead. I'm thinking right in front, through the giant hole where this ship's cockpit used to be. Well, that's grim. Yeah, try not to think about it. It's better not to wonder what happened to anyone working on these old wrecks. It was a long time ago anyways. Amazing! I should have been recording. Bridge over. I want to see if he's alive. I don't know, but he's twitching. Flarkin, Scott stained, Quill. You okay down there?
Yep. Yeah, just, thought I saw a shortcut.
Right.
Go ahead without me. I'll catch up.
Okay, there's a crapped out Nova Corps missile bay just
so
on
we
the
go.
other side.
Okay, yeah,
We'll meet
there's
you
something
there.
here, so we go
Yellow
here.
blue missile bay. Got it.
Yellow on blue boss. Which sounds like I love you in Russian. Yellow blue boss. Or like, actually, if you were talking about a vase, like, you know, how some people say vase boss.
Remember, these
a yellow
lower
blue
squat
vase.
if they're in the wrong place.
Don't worry.
That's a fun thing I learned in college.
They are
Random
rich
thing.
in detail.
Okay, so we for this brittle material, there's Guardians collectible right here. I'm looking for
assessing
Guardian
stuff.
collectibles
If
rocket.
all else fails, shoot something.
Yeah. So this Guardian collectibles,
Now this brings back memories.
you pick them up and they don't get added immediately to the compendium. So I'm gonna show you. So I go to the compendium and we go to items. So as you can see, there's no Ravager com. Because those Guardian collectibles, the way you get them into your compendium is by interacting with them when you're back on the ship. So you're going to see this when I cover the other videos, but every time you go back to the ship, you have to interact with the Guardian collectibles that you found and exhaust all the dialogue in order for them to be added to your compendium. So it says Ravager comb bracelet, something might have something interesting to say about it back on the Milano. For this one, it's Quill. It's gonna be in Quill's room. And then I think Gamora comes and asks him about it.
Well, was that you?
I shot something, like you said. I've got a way forward.
See? Never fails.
Ooh, don't die, don't die, don't die! Aw, hey little guy.
So this little creatures, I find the easiest thing is to kick him with a melee attack, which is done with the squirt in the PS5. I don't know about the other consoles, but it should probably be the button that's to the left. I don't know how Xbox works. I only had an Xbox once and never again. You know, I'm gonna get comment people about it. It makes me happy. Okay, so it's teaching me how to do this and to shoot. So I can't actually move on until I do what the game wants me to do.
Even without the car.
Little busy!
But see, kicking is the easiest for this part.
Crap! That's
So
cheating!
just kick.
You guys should have seen that. It was this weird blobby thing.
Kick.
Not falling for this again.
Out. Kick. Are there more?
Die, blobby thing!
Die! I feel like he yells like a quarterback.
Everything okay over there?
It's
Quill
just
nearly
weird
got
yelling.
himself eaten by
Die,
a
blobby
Heard him
thing!
squeal.
You must fight with dignity, Peter Quill.
Or at least die with it.
Not funny.
I know I'm not funny, Star-Lord. You don't have to tell me. But I try so hard. Okay, here's another compendium item.
All right, Team Rocket. We've just set up another couple of thumpers.
All you do is fly the ship.
And then there won't
And
be
so
any for
far,
a
I
while.
haven't abandoned you while you're on the ground.
Can't you wait until all the bumpers are set up before doing that? Quill, we got a lot riding on your gal pal's mystery monster tip. I hope she's legit. Like, you could even tell if she had an honest face. Yeah, she did smell like
Trust in the plan, guys. Everything is checked out so far, right down to the mining ship. We put our thumpers in the right...
Mother of Scott!
Maybe the vibrations only on the left work for this game because everything seems to always
Are
come
you
from the
kidding
left.
me?
Oh, by the way, don't lose track of Rocket because
We're fine, but we can't
he'll
drop that.
end up going somewhere where he can shoot more parasites. And I tell you, you wanna be at least 10 ahead of him at all times because he cheats and catches up to you pretty quick. So we open gardens
All right,
mode, that's
Groot.
good for health.
Let's see that cool vinyl thing.
So from here you have to run around the corner
Party
really
trick,
quick
big guy.
and like dash even, because Rocket will get the things if you don't.
Let's go.
Why the enthusiasm?
There you
This our
go.
bet's still on, and I'm gonna kick your butt.
I'm winning, Rocket.
Gamora, when are you gonna share your contacts and sources?
Groot, I found a hitch. Can you latch onto it?
Hey, Greenie, you see any blue and gold ships out there? You let us know.
We have seen many such ships.
He means active ones. We haven't talked about what to do if we run into a Nova Corps patrol.
We will restrain them until we are done here.
I'm gonna
Bad
recommend
idea. Those cops are all connected through the stupid helmets.
surrender.
Any sign of cops, we surrender, okay?
We do not surrender.
I'm with Drax on this one. We all have criminal records, and they'll be looking for any excuse to arrest us.
I may have a couple aces up my sleeve when it comes to the bucketheads, but if we resist
So anyways,
them,
going back
all
to the
bets are
Parasite
off.
competition,
Plan to play cards
try to
with
beat
them and cheat.
Rocket
Yeah,
to all
basically.
of them, and then after you hit the parasites, then you can wander off, because he'll stay in the spot. So once he stays in the spot and there's no more parasites, you can wander off and look for other paths where there might be more parasites that Rocket won't try to get. So do that. Right now there's not any here, so but I'll show you. There's one part before you reach the robot phase. There, one part before you reach that. Where that's especially true.
Okay, here we go.
All right, set her down right there. Yep, one to go. Clark! No! No!
Clark,
is
Clark.
scared. Protect
Okay,
the
so here you
battery
have to
supply,
turn
that's
on your
what's wrong.
visor and
Maybe
then
you put
look
it
up
down
for
too
like
hard.
another
Let's
battery.
just find a solution.
Solution's a new battery.
You're gonna find some batteries that are
Okay.
down here, but they're
We're on
pretty much
what's
dead.
left of a ship. Full of
So what
ship
you have to
things.
do
Gotta
is
be things
destroy that
power
brittle
ship
material.
things around here, right?
Yeah. Maybe you're gonna want to use the battery for this.
And there's the battery that we want. You cannot pick it up until you activate your visor like the game wants you to. So you go and you scan it,
Found something with a charge.
and then it
That
tells
looks
you
like a
that it has a
spacey car
charge.
battery.
Lucioid or xenon cell.
Okay. This thing isn't gonna zap me, right?
The chance is minuscule. At best. You'll be fine.
So we're gonna get your rocket, place it there.
Here you go.
That'll do nicely. Just let me tinker a bit. I'll have to do some tweaking once I see how much juice this thing puts out. So watch my back.
Watch it from what?
On the little eyeball things.
Rocket! Help me
And so we open Guardians mode, those rocket attacks, get him! And the last for Colossus, he has the power to hold stuff. I made voices while saying that. And then we just kick him off. You can like kill one by shooting and then another one by kicking. Because until we learn the fast charge, it's not really efficient to kill them all with your gun. I think it's more efficient to just do it kicking them.
Really coming out of the woodwork!
Thanks for the heads up, bud.
And then those ones you can shoot until they die. But really the easiest way is to kick them. Because see, they'll split. But if I kick him, they'll split right away. Instead of me having to deplete their energy first. Bruh. I'm low on energy. Restrain them.
Sorry to burst your bubble!
I need energy. There we go.
Just keep swinging those. Done. We're all plugged in.
Wow, just in time.
I'd like to see you fix it.
And then you get that little thing that will also... So the components will upgrade your gear, and then those points that you saw, kind of experience points, will help you increase your abilities.
That passage, bud. Groot's wondering if the rewards
You can take the high road or the down road, it's the same.
Groot are nearly unkillable, but what if the
I'm gonna
rest of you
promise
don't make it out
them
alive?
sell the
If the
dream.
two of us gotta lug
I
that
think
monster-
Star-Lord's more
Guys,
about the
this
dream and
job
not
is a
riches.
huge deal. It's for the freaking monster queen of Seknarf 9. She just doesn't know. Man, that thing is ridiculous.
Okay, there's
Think it
another
was a
part where you
ship or
need
a
to
robot?
That's a
try to-
pre-century. A robot, but
you
it would
need
have
to
been
beat
space work.
Rocket.
That ain't even the biggest one. They designed at least 5 experimental models twice that size. Plus half a dozen Mega Sentry prototypes, Star Stealth models with modified sneak
that's how
attack
he knows.
parameters.
How do you know all this?
Because they were my fellow experiments back on Half-World. Most of my parts came from the cybernetics hangar next to the door, so I got a sneak
I
peek
never
at
see
all the
where
new
those
kill
things
bots.
are that he
You
hit.
can see the parts come and go from my
He starts getting points
my
here,
cage.
and I don't know
I didn't
what
mean
he's
to open
hitting.
old wounds.
most of them are just scars now anyways. I wasn't even a person to the worst of the Kree's mad scientists. More
I
like
guess
a
he's not
real
getting the
smart
points now. Maybe I
walking
got...
A very
I mean, I got
talkative
this one,
gun.
but last time he did get a point
Yeah,
somewhere.
that part was an accident.
Oh,
They
there he
tried
is,
to
see?
fix it a few times.
I'm like, where did he even get that point? I think the game just
The
gives it to
entire
him randomly.
facility was the problem. I wish I'd gone back
But we can
and
go
blown it up
here
at
off
the
the
end of
beaten
war.
path. And... See, he has two now. And I was there and I didn't see them.
So what
But
do I
maybe
got?
you'll be better at
Got a
spotting
last
them.
name like Drax?
But if you go here,
Tathians have no
look,
need for surveys.
there's some here that you can get here.
Don't worry, I ain't even gotten serious yet.
See, seriously, how does he keep getting that many?
The resin will hold. You ain't that heavy. I seen this goop anchor a Shatari dreadnought. We'll be fine.
See, we saw, maybe they were over there. Oh, let's go back there and see if there's anything.
So, Drax, how come you're so in love with this Hellbender lady?
I
See,
do not love Lady
how does he
Hellbender.
keep getting
Yeah,
this many?
shouldn't you be
I
all
think
like,
it's just a
"Her
trick that if you
name
leave
is
Rocket, he'll
Luke,
just
you
keep
cannot
finding
That does not at
invisible
all
ones. So
resemble
let's not wander anymore.
Yep, that would have been a killing blow.
Ha! Not even close.
Groot, need you to shoot a bridge right into that
So
eye
here's
socket.
where the competition gets hot because you go into
Now,
a
I
nest
wanna
of those
see you do that
flarks.
something in combat. Wait,
So you have to
I'm about
try
to
to
win
beat
this bet, Quill.
Rocket. Oh crap. This controller with drift is gonna make me lose. Oh, come on. Why do you keep shooting the one I don't want to shoot?
Keep your eyes on that mining ship.
We're inside a giant robot head.
You need to end this part at least 10 ahead from Rocket.
You have robot parts inside your head. Inside a giant robot head.
Found a nest. Maybe this is the Parasite Clubhouse.
And there's a compendium item here, but then we'll get it later on.
What do you think I should do when I win this bet? I mean, with the units he'll owe me once I win. Don't congratulate him.
Well, I know what I'll be doing with my winnings. I'm saving up for our next stop on Contraxia.
I
to
did
get
so
one of
much
those
better last
Zeronian
time.
massages.
You're so predictable. Exactly. You suck, Star God. Let's see. When I beat Quill, I'm gonna get my hands on some rotating hyper circuits.
Boo! No one knows what those are.
Ah, shit. I swear, last time Rocket did not do this good. See, and then he's already there. Like, I swear sometimes the game just randomly decides that they're gonna...
What do you think, Drax?
See,
Should we get
he
in on
gets
this bet?
one out of the blue.
You know what?
Just
Quill?
because I got
I think
one.
it's unfair. You got 2 guns, I got 1. I think my points should count double from now on.
That's
No,
cheating.
it's not fair because
Quill, we got visual on
you
the
randomly
money.
get
This
stuff.
way. Why would he go on
Okay,
Prologue?
here's our
We've
compendium
already been
item.
through there. Is that what he's doing?
I'll mess with
Rocket,
Rocket.
Groot,
Because
are
I
you
hate
coming?
Rocket.
My map says it's this way.
No, he ain't got a map.
My map says there's a secret passage inside that sentry head. Just need to push a stone statue next to
wanna
the
find
fireplace, push a bookcase.
Of those
On a
crooks
wall
because
sconce.
I feel Rocket
Very
cheated.
funny, Quill. There ain't no fireplace in there,
Fine.
you big log. Ugh, what's he doing in there?
I'm trying to get more of
We
those
ain't
things,
going
Rocket,
nowhere
because you
either.
cheat.
Might as well call the Slicey bunch and warn them we're gonna be late. Everything is a competition if you're motivated enough. I can already hear Mistress of Evil going all, "Oh, did you have trouble by yourselves? Blah, 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 blah."
Come in, Team Rocket. We're closing in on our next set of coordinates. Blah, blah, blah.
That sounded like
It's not gonna piss
I'm
off every
Dracula,
kid
blah
around,
blah
right?
blah.
Sorry, Quill. Not taking no chances after the last one. I gotta test it real quick.
Not again.
Rocket! I only flipped the switch on and off to see if it started.
Yeah, tell them that.
Gotta love that kill radius.
Cool Rocket ability, blah blah blah.
Bye-bye, little guy.
And I just kick him, because that's the easiest.
Darn it! I thought we were safe. Oh, come on. Now we gotta deal with jump slugs?
Okay,
Don't
now
gawk at it. Shoot it!
grab him, Rocket,
You're welcome. Now stop distracting me.
and then while that cools down, I just kick it.
I knew I was missing all the fun last time.
Not let the runner put you to shame here, Quill.
Good. Use that beer. Kill them all. Not a chance. I've gotten way more.
Okay, we grab him again,
Hog-tie time.
and
Hold
then
on, Rocket.
bam!
Take this.
And we do, and then we kick. Oops, that one's done. And I kick it while it's down.
Need to test these things. Appreciate the confidence in my work, but yes. Oh yeah. I'm gonna murder
There we go.
Nice splatter, Rocket.
Man, last time I was beating Rock by so much, and this time
Oh,
I'm
come
not.
on. Can't
They-
just
see,
give
and then he
yourself
gives himself
like
points.
that.
Sure I can.
No, you
Hey,
can't, you
Green
little
Team. Looks like
piece
we're
of
done
shit.
installing our thumpers.
Great job. We'll meet you at the mining ship.
All right, mining rig is right there. Of course it's secure. As secure as a broke-down Shidari shipwreck's ever gonna be. That's cause you keep calling it gooey stuff. It's nano-resin.
Come on, Groot. We need to get across here. The rocket wouldn't put you at risk, right?
That's right. I've always got your back, bud. Nah, it just looks unstable like everything else in here. Don't get your twigs in a... Yes, the resin can hold a stupid warship. I'm telling you, it's totally safe. See? I'll even prove it. Huh? Look at this.
Rocket?
Oh, fuck.
Nice
You flarkin' piece of moldy driftwood! You could have died saving me! I love you too, you selfless son of a truck. Come on, Quill. He says he'll meet us at the mining ship. I don't want to make him wait.
That's
Okay.
it.
And this is an opportunity to win
We'll meet him later.
Team
and
Rocket,
beat
is everything
Rocket.
okay? Groot's signal just went dark.
His radio must have
I'll blame
broken.
Rocket because I don't like
Rocket
him.
knocked an old shipwreck off balance and we lost Groot.
What? Is he hurt?
I didn't do nothing. It fell on its own. And Groot's fine. Team Rocket out.
Okay, I don't see any
Why'd you
more.
have to go and tell Green Team the accident's my fault? Groot's fine anyways. There's nothing to
Gonna
worry
confront
about.
him.
An accident, Rocket? Come on!
What? That's all it was.
Okay, I
It's
think
your
that's
fault! If
all
you
of
hadn't
them.
fooled around on that ship,
I did. You don't know nothing. Stop trying to be smart.
that sure didn't sound like an apology.
Nope.
More components.
Am I the only one who's fed up with how much this entire junkyard stinks?
Smells kind of like old fruit.
Yeah, that's one of the smells.
How many
So
are
this
there?
doesn't do anything, but it's kind of a fun dialogue if you trigger this.
Hey, look! A shortcut we can't use because somebody lost Groot.
So useful for you to point it out. Thanks.
You're welcome. Man! If that afterburner kicked on right now, we'd be toast.
Mining ship's on the other side of that turbine, so we gotta find a way through.
Try not to jump on anything this
Time
time.
to go into
Groot's
the
not
rat
there
hole,
to
little
grab
rat.
you if you...
Well, either shut up or help me figure out how these blades open.
So we have to
There's a
scan
drone
it
access tunnel over here.
so we can
bad
open
we
the
don't
garden
got a
store and ask
drone.
Rocket to do it.
Can you squeeze in there?
So the very first time that you
Rocket,
use
fix
each
the
guardian
thing.
thing, and
Rocket,
you need
clean
to
up
scan
the
it
mess.
with the
Rocket,
visor,
crawl
but
into the
subsequent
mystery
times
hole.
you can just order
See
them without
anything?
scanning.
Yeah, a manual override.
Team Rocket, we hit a snag. One of our thumper points was covered in resin, so we're gonna fly around and scout another spot.
Just make sure the new spot as close as possible to the original one.
And then there's gonna be more parasites here, so you have to be ready
Angle.
to beat Rocket. I think that's the only one.
Great. Another
Oh
turbine.
no, there's one more there.
Yeah, that is how these things are usually built. Clark,
There we go.
it's stuck on something.
So it is possible for you to win, but still let Rocket grab the last one. It depends on what you value more, your trophy. I mean, you can have both, but if you get to this next part
Come on. Let's get
and
out
you're
of here.
like tied, then it depends on if you value more getting your trophy on the first run through or being able to blame Rocket later in the game for
We're
disaster.
back on track. The mining ship ain't too far.
Think Groot's already ahead of us?
Maybe. Hope he didn't get distracted.
So we're doing pretty good.
It wasn't me this time, I swear!
And then Rocket will get 1-2 on his side.
Before dead.
And his points count double, of course.
Muscles I didn't even know I had.
That's why, like I say, you have to try to stay
Where's...
ahead of him as much
I
as you
told
can.
you I saw them.
Great timing. How did you guys...
Good to see you two. But you're gonna want to cross the ship as fast as you can. We're seeing a lot of movement.
Yeah, Scott's getting real violent out here.
Just try to hold her still for us.
That's not gonna be an option soon.
This position is untenable.
Drax incoming! Watch out! Hang on!
Have you perished, Peter Quill?
Come on, to the
I'm taking her out of here!
grip of the camera.
Go! Keep running!
Stop walking around, man.
Really?
Quill, this way.
Okay, so this is the end of the
Team
competition.
Rocket, did you make it inside?
First, you want to shoot a little bit here for funny dialogue.
Got
Are you crazy, Quill? I'm right here. You're gonna kill someone, and that someone's gonna be me.
I hope so.
Come on.
And then you just kind of have to wait until lights come. When the lights come, you're gonna see a huge parasite thing. Let Rocket hit it if you don't like Rocket. If you like Rocket, then you hit it. That thing. So I'm gonna let him get it. And I still win the competition, so you would still get the trophy. But whatever happens next is on Rocket. I feel like he held on to it too long. As soon as it started the purple color, I would have let go, but he held on to it until he couldn't hold on to it any longer. It was a little wormy thing, or a huge wormy thing.
Well, that's concerning.
What was that?
It's a swarm of old cleaner bots. Maybe.
Old cleaner bots.
I don't know.
Is that you effing raccoon?
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks to you, stupid rodent. Just leave the soul stone
Sorry
there.
about the shooting.
Yeah, thought you were that freaky thing we accidentally released.
Okay, so in this one, if you wanna... Okay, we go this way and we find, I think it's an outfit.
We're totally alright.
Come
Not
clean.
so sure that creature thing was inoffensive, Rocket. Don't you feel even a little bad for releasing it?
Releasing? What are you talking about?
You saw it come out of that stone just like I did.
So, what makes you think it was trapped in there? What's going on? Is Star Nuts being paranoid about dumb stuff? End of discussion.
Okay, and then you want to stick up here to grab as many components as you can. So we try to stay up. I know you're seeing some components down there, but it's not very easy getting back up here if you go down first. So first we're gonna grab all of them here at the top, and now that we got them all, we can go back for the ones on the ground.
Just one exit.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Okay. We'll grabbed.
Here you go. Rendezvous
I
coordinates
think
are
we're
that
good.
way. But we'll have to find a way around the rubble.
I'll try to find a side passage.
How about this way? And we get to a workbench. So we're finally getting the rapid recharge, or whatever it's
This
called.
is a vintage Model T engineering workbench. They don't make them sturdy like that no more. Hey, come on, Quill. Let's see if this beauty still works. Maybe I can fix up your gear. Hey, hand me that part.
So rapid reload, yay! This is very
All right,
useful.
It's all yours.
Because you don't have to wait for your guns to cool down all the way, just have to wait for them to cool down a little bit. If you time it right. So it'll teach you eventually how to do it.
Yeah, there's a way.
There it is. So rapid reload allows you to cancel your element guns cooldown and deal extra damage. Firing repeatedly causes overheating. Upon overheating, green zones appear on the cooldown gauge. So I don't know if you can really see there because they're not green, they look white there, but they'll be green once you do it. And so when the little lines cross the green, that's when you have to press R2 again and then it'll cancel the overheat. So it only cools down a little bit, and then you can just keep shooting. This is great for fighting enemies. That's why I was kicking before, because I feel that's more effective than shooting until you get this rapid reload. And then this red brittle stuff, I mean, it's not red, it has red glowing, I would say, brittle stuff. It's not as brittle, so you can only kill it if you use a rapid reload. So I'm gonna demonstrate the wrong way first. So we shoot, and we miss a reload, and then hit it again, and then we miss reload again, and they never break. But if we get the reload right there, bam, nailed it.
Thanks for the upgrade.
Perfectly safe, right?
I don't trust your definition of safe. Seems a little wobbly. You guys hang back a sec.
Another shortcut. And then we have these little creatures that look like they came from The Last of Us.
Not alone down here. Holy crap!
Lily attack!
It's the most punchable thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're pretty ugly. They look like infected people from The Last of Us. Space potato.
Man, Rocky, you really missed out. That was amazing.
Team Rocket! Finally. We couldn't hear you before. Something about the mining ship's been messing up our comms.
Yeah, something really ain't right in
So
here.
earlier on it said, Quill said something like, they look like something from a scary movie, and I was like, yeah, The Last of Us. It's not a movie, but
Maybe you'll
it's a
find
game,
Quill
but...
before we do. We're trying to catch up to him.
Yep, it's
Guys,
crazy.
we really need to get
Oh,
better
it's
at
gonna
the buddy
force me to
system.
upgrade Peter Quill. You can't choose anybody else, so your very first upgrade has to be Peter Quill.
She is not my buddy. I will find you, Peter Quill. Describe your surroundings.
Old metal, old mining equipment, just old.
Noted.
And then there's another compendium item right here, under the brittle and not so brittle stuff. So we have to use our rapid reload.
What was it?
I don't know. Weird cubey hunks of rock or metal.
There we go. This is another
I wonder if
guardian
Rocket knows
item.
what this is.
So you have to go into Rocket's room next time you're on the ship to activate it.
Peter Quill, I have located some old equipment, but I do not see you.
This whole place is old equipment.
That does not narrow my search.
And we have the beauties.
Oh, another freaky thing. How freaky? Kill it.
So here your guns deal very little damage. So pretty much you just have to keep shooting and evading until Drax interferes. So it talks about stagger bar. Your attacks don't cause a lot of stagger, but Drax's basic attack does. And when the creature is staggered, they'll take more damage. So see how very little damage it's taking from my blasters, but once I get him staggered with Drax, you'll see how much more damage my blasters cause. You'll eventually get a stagger blast, like a charge blast that will cause stagger, and so you can do that. So I'm gonna open Guardians mode, choose Drax, and so what we're gonna do is destroy enemies that causes stagger. So see the stagger gauge just almost filled up. And it's filled up all the way, so it's staggered. Look how much more damage I'm making now. You see that?
Man, I missed you, Drax.
Way
Drax,
easier.
where are you? Did I hear
So now we do
blasters?
the next creature.
Save some for me.
And same thing, we have to wait. Well, we can stagger him, and then Gamora will come to finish him off.
My turn!
So Gamora deals heavy damage to the creatures.
Gamora, slice him up!
Get the point! Not such
And
a
there we
tough
go.
nut after all!
Pretty easy. Hi, thank you for offering your artwork. I'm not really looking for it right now, but thanks for joining the stream.
You greenies found Quill yet?
Found and saved.
Hey,
Go on ahead then. We'll catch up. Just making a pit stop.
I parked the Milano near the last thumper spot.
This is
We'll head
no
that way, keep an
soliciting
eye out for you.
channel.
how's my baby?
You can
But
see
I
for
appreciate
yourself
it.
if you can get back up there.
Okay, that's right. So now we have to get up there.
I could make
And
it up there,
so-
but we're gonna need something for you to climb
First
up
we
on.
get rid of that brittle material.
Nimble assassin has not abandoned us already.
Drat.
And then-
Let's see that fancy footwork, Gamora.
Bet you can't do this.
That is physically impossible.
And now we need drags. So I'm gonna skip this right here because it's just too much effort. But if you want more components, you can get drags to move that rock over here, and then there's some components up there.
Sort of making progress. Drax, any
But
thoughts?
we're just gonna make him
Drax, think you can
put
have
it
that
where we
container?
need to advance.
Oh, the might of a Catathian warrior! Remember this moment should you ever think of crossing me, assassin.
I'll remember how slowly you move.
All
Okay,
right, Rocket. We're back
and
on
then
track.
so you can see the components I was talking about.
It ain't
And
stealing
we're
if
gonna
it's
go for our last
abandoned.
archive thing.
Oh, Flar.
Rocket.
Not now, Quill.
Rocket.
Perhaps he has located
There's some
our monster.
components
We don't
here.
even know what it looks like. The intel was extremely vague.
It wasn't vague. It was rushed. It's probably some.
This is
cute
our last
little-
archive for this
Nightmarish
chapter.
abomination.
Lady Hellbender is a renowned warrior. An ideal specimen would reflect that
So there
strength.
we have
Like I
it.
said, something scary.
I disagree.
Kinda bad and
Strength is
scary.
interior.
With a name like Hellbender, Gamora's probably right. It's got to be something scary.
Nightmarish.
And then
Proper apex
up here, it's kind of hard to get up here,
14 and all of us combined.
and it's only for some components.
Razor tips. Probably
It's
spits
possible
poison
to
or
get there.
acid.
It's just,
Or
you just gotta
acidic
time it
poison.
right.
I hope all these are true. I yearn for a worthy challenge.
I think this is the first time I make it up on the first try. I normally fall a couple of times before I can get there.
Ever see the remains of a planet after one of these things mined it?
They mined whole planets?
So we grab
Everybody needs
this.
wool resources as fast as possible.
Then we can
Many
get back
systems
down.
out there are now just scattered debris.
Were those systems uninhabited?
Depends on who was doing the drilling.
And we grab this. And then we slide.
Quill, you got some timing. We got company.
Alright, I'm gonna. Okay,
We haven't even placed it yet. This place is crawling with monsters.
gotta fight these creatures. So, focus on these big ones first. The game will force you to go into huddle mode.
It's like we woke up the whole ship! Just hang in there!
So it doesn't really matter how well you do. So it's forcing me to go in huddle mode.
Guys, huddle up!
And this is where Peter Quill goes all quarterback in you.
Everywhere, laughing at us.
And yet, we cannot retreat.
No one wants to retreat, big guy, but I gotta say, it's fucking scary out there, Quill.
Okay, and then you choose the option that best fits. I'm gonna say this one.
Alright, listen. This isn't our first rodeo, guys. Problem is, if we play it cocky, just one little mistake and they're gonna bring us down. Who's with me?
You
Way
are.
to reach,
So much for
Peter.
leadership.
Okay. And now if you choose the right answer, you kind of sort of become invincible. We could have beaten these guys without the huddle, but oh well.
Yeah, you know, bud.
looks like something out of a horror movie! That thing was freaking nasty!
Oh, there's one more there.
I will destroy you all! Hey, not all of us! Glorious! Bring on our monster! I'm engorged with the throng of battle.
Didn't need to hear that.
Come on, last number spot is this way.
So inappropriate,
My senses are fine-tuned to
Okay, let's
measure even the
verify.
tiniest vibration.
You don't look
Really?
engorged.
No, I'm tracking it on my display.
Okay.
The Milano should
Rocket,
be right
I
on the
choose
inside
you.
this door. It was
I
open
guess
when
I have
came
to
through here.
do this
Who
first.
says I tripped on something?
Rocket, I
Murder
choose
probably
you.
closed the door behind me.
It looks like it's still got some juice. Give it a go, Rocket.
Guardians of the Galaxy, gotta catch 'em all.
You are a miracle worker, man.
This tech was built by people who make holes.
So
in
we're
giant
about to get to a big boss battle.
That isn't.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, yeah.
Big boss battle.
This is it. Last spot.
Can't wait to be out of here.
This is
feels like it's about to
probably,
collapse on itself.
for being the first
meet our
boss
monster.
battle, this is probably the
You're
hardest
mostly
boss
interested
in
in
the whole
meeting the
game.
buyer.
She is a respectable collector.
Is it working?
Yeah, don't worry, Sunshine.
Is it, doing it?
What?
So I love it.
Appears to
This
be
is,
broken. Ain't
we
nothing
had
broke.
activated so
Half
many
the
of
sound
this,
is
and this
supposed
is the
to
first
be.
time he
What
covers
sound?
his ear, and everybody
can't hear
questioned him,
that.
even though we had activated so many of this. There it is. It's the spawn of the devil.
Our monster has arrived.
I see
So
it.
what you have to do in this very hard boss battle is first
Works.
not let him
Catch our
escape,
monster.
and then remove all the hiding places. So you have to break this.
One less thing to hide behind.
And now that we remove the hiding places,
Monster to me.
we need to restrain him
Still run.
somehow,
Gotta be some way to slow it down.
which is using Guardians mode through.
Branch out, Groot!
And that's it. I was being sarcastic when I said this was the hardest boss.
What the flark is that?
Also,
Definitely not a monster.
the hardest boss comes after this.
Adorable. It's more matted than an
The
Asgardian
actual
goat.
real hardest
Cannot
boss.
present this pathetic creature to the monster queen of Sector 9. She will laugh at us.
Maybe we can use it as bait.
I knew those thumpers wouldn't work.
What? My thumpers are state-of-the-art. Musclehead's the one who rushed at the first thing that came through the door.
My head is not made of muscle.
But there are muscles on your head. It's not entirely made of muscle, but there are muscles on your head. Unless your anatomy is different for being an alien,
Yeah, I
but
see
I'm
what
pretty
I'm
sure that
seeing.
you need muscles to be able to move your face.
Yes.
Or an equivalent muscle.
That is a monster.
There we go! That is a monster! Okay, so this enemy is really hard. So in order to beat
Enough of
him,
the warm up. Time to
you're gonna
catch us a
have
real
to
monster.
really
Let's
have
get
mastered that rapid reload and using your Guardian's abilities in order to beat him. Because wait, what?
What in hell's name is that?
This wasn't like that
Definitely not
before.
cleaner
Just
bots.
kidding. It's always like that. And when I was saying this is the actual real hardest boss of the game, I was also being sarcastic.
Place is crapping out. We gotta get out of here now.
Curse these volatile ruins!
Let's go.
The first real boss battle comes at Lady Hellbender's. And not being sarcastic now.
Hold on to
It
your
really
butts,
comes in.
people. Rocket, hit the music.
On it.
Focus
And there's
on
no
flying,
music because
Peter.
this is streaming mode on.
Play this man a song!
Let's make our own music.
Jam.
Action sequence.
How about one upside the head?
Love the pun. Okay, I'm gonna stop making the music.
Heads up!
It's just much better when you have music here.
Blow it away, Quill!
Oh crap, I overheated my gun.
Time to thread the needle.
Don't even think about it!
I'm like Luke Skywalker.
You fear dying with a guilty conscience, assassin.
Guys, I'm doing such a good job at driving.
Ah, shit.
So stop criticizing me.
That's it. Let me drive. You're gonna get us killed.
I'm doing a good job. I'm not
Not
getting you
dead
killed,
yet.
Rocket.
Maybe we are, and this is how.
Yeah.
Do not
No,
be ridiculous.
shut
This
up,
place
everyone.
lacks the eternal frost of Sarduth.
Your hell is frozen?
Look at my driving
Italians do
skills.
not
I'm
like
so
to
good
be
at this.
Try putting on a shirt.
See? He's so...
Maybe if you put on a shirt, you wouldn't be engorged all the time.
Heads up.
Oh crap! Okay, now you can criticize my driving. I had never crashed like that before. I usually start taking a lot of damage in that part, but not crash like that.
See? He's so...
That's what happens for like talking about Drax and his engorgement. At that part, I always start pressing X instead of the trigger. It always happens. I don't know why.
Don't get us killed, Quill.
But don't worry,
There's
guys.
still
I'm
so
doing
much
better.
stuff
I'm
I
doing
wanna
better.
steal.
We're not gonna die, Guardians.
We ain't gonna make it.
Again.
Hit the blue button.
What blue button?
The one for the secret boosters I added.
Thank you. I don't actually have a Discord, and I would appreciate no
Now
further
is not the
soliciting on
time
the
for
channel.
hand-to-hand combat.
I already have a couple of friends who are designers that I would contact, but thank you.
Good shot on all sides. We ain't gonna make it.
We'll make it! Maybe!
There's the exit!
See? Home stretch!
Our last breath!
I got distracted and I didn't even use this pulses when I needed to. We're almost there.
Yeah! And that's what I call a win, people!
How's that a win? Our monster just got eaten.
Whatever you can fly away from.
Means you screwed up because you had to fly away from it.
Haha. Oh no! They got us!
Please don't be Novacore, please don't be Novacore, please don't be Novacore.
And that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching.